What is going on, golf fans, and welcome back to another episode of the Press Podcast. I'm your host, Jeff Hartman. In this Wednesday show, where we get you ready for the upcoming event on the PGA Tour, we give you our picks and our predictions. But before we do that, we always have to take a look back. But in this case, it's a big event. This is a back-to-back signature event slate of tournaments for the PGA Tour. This is rare. They normally have some weeks in between, but for some reason, West Coast swing, they're going from Pebble Beach to the Riviera Country Club, the Genesis Invitational. But let's look back at Pebble Beach, the AT&T Pebble Beach Pro-Am, which was the first signature event. Let's recap what the odds were, and let's talk about our picks and our plays, what went right, what went wrong. First and foremost, the odds, Scottie Scheffler was plus 295, Rory McIlroy at plus 1,300, Xander Schauffele plus 2,500, Siwoo Kim plus 2,500 as well, and Cameron Young plus 2,700. Those were the odds early in the week. Those obviously shifted a little bit as we got closer to the first round kicking off. But our favorite picks, we went with Scottie Scheffler at plus 295, and we felt confident. And I've said this last week, I'll say it again this week. It almost feels like when you have a tournament, even if Scottie Scheffler's never won it before, maybe he hasn't played well there, you have to talk me into not taking Scottie Scheffler. I mean, think about what he's done. I mean, you listen to yesterday's podcast, Tuesday's Fairways and Dreams. I mean, it's incredible. His top 4 streak, top 10 streak, all these streaks that are going on, just crazy. But he doesn't win. He ties for 4th. Then I took a long shot of Tommy Fleetwood at plus 2,800, and I thought that was a pretty good-looking bet. And then he just couldn't make the putts necessary down the stretch, but he has a great round, a great finish, great tournament, tied for 4th in his first PGA Tour event of the 2026 season. Top 5, we went with Rory McIlroy. He finishes tied for 14th. That doesn't cash. Victor Hovland, after a pretty decent start, struggles, tied for 53rd. Top 10 picks, we went with Tommy Fleetwood, so he's tied for 4th, so that cashes at plus 200. Russell Henley tied for 19th. That doesn't cash. So then we go to top 20. Shane Lowry. I love Shane Lowry in some of these events. I don't necessarily love him to win, but I think he always plays well. His first PGA Tour event of the year as well. So Shane Lowry plus 160, top 20. That cashed. And Sahith Theegala finished tied for 60th. Remember, these signature events, there's no cut. And so Sahith Theegala plus 225 did not happen for us. But out of those 8 picks, we're talking the top 5, top 10, top 20, and then the favorite and long shot. 2 of those were winners. Tommy Fleetwood, top 10, Shane Lowry, top 20. Now, bonus plays, we had been struggling. We haven't had a bonus play hit in over 2 weeks. And so what we did is we went with a couple parlays. I went with Scottie and Rory to be in the top 10. Scottie does his thing, tied for 4th. Rory just outside at 14th, so that parlay doesn't hit. But we do hit a top 20 parlay. I had Scottie Scheffler being in the top 20, Rory in the top 20, and Tommy Fleetwood in the top 20. They all do their thing, so that cashes at plus 250. Now, my Group J winner for Sahith Theegala plus 305. Nope, Jacob Bridgman, who finished in the top 10. He wins that group, so we missed that. But we do hit the margin of victory. I love these bets. Margin of victory, 1 shot. Colin Morikawa is the winner by 1 shot. He birdies 18 to win it, plus 220 odds. So we have 2 out of 4 bonus plays cash. So not a bad week. Our streak continues of getting those primary picks. We're not talking bonus plays, but my primary picks, our streak continues. Let's see if we can carry it over to the Genesis Invitational, which is, again, at Riviera Country Club. Let's talk about this course. Par 71, 7,383 yards in length. Past winners, last year's Ludwig Oberg. But let's remember, this was at Torrey Pines. This was not at Riviera. Remember, the wildfires in LA had changed everything, and they had to move it and push it back. Ludwig did win, though, at Torrey Pines. 2024 is Hideki Matsuyama. 2023, John Rahm, and 2022, Joaquin Niemann. Those last 2 guys are obviously not on the PGA Tour on Live Golf. Now, I do want to bring this up. The odds that I'm about to state are from DraftKings Sportsbook. For this event, I pushed back all my picks just a day of what I normally do. But I want to show everyone how these odds have shifted in just 1 day's time. So I had Scottie Scheffler, and he still is the odds-on favorite, but he was around 295, 300, but now they've gone to 320. Okay, so that's trending in the direction of the better if you think Scotty's going to win. I had Rory McIlroy at plus 1,475, but his odds shifted to plus 1,300. Xander Schauffele at plus 2,100. Tommy Fleetwood, he saw his odds go from plus 2,250 to plus 2,200. And Hideki Matsuyama at plus 2,250 round out the top five. So in other words, these things change. It depends on the sports book. I would recommend anyone that is trying to make some, not make some money, because this should not be your primary source of income. But if they're trying to win some plays on the PGA Tour, get the best odds that you can. So right now, Scotty Scheffler is plus 320. If you can get 350 or 400 somewhere, take it if you think Scotty's going to win. So with the odds out of the way, let's talk about who we like for our favorite pick, long shot pick. That's where we always start. And I am going to go with Scotty Scheffler. And I do understand that Riviera Country Club has been it's kind of been a bane to his existence. He's never won there. He doesn't normally play particularly well. So all the numbers state that I should be going in a different direction. But Scotty Scheffler has proven to me time and time again that he is a person that can go out and prove everyone wrong. It's the way he's been playing this year. I like Scotty Scheffler to win at plus 320. Give me over 300, and I think that's the smart bet. I'll take Scotty Scheffler to win. He's been playing great golf. He's going to have some time off after this tournament. I think he goes out there and plays well and wins. My long shot, I'm going to go with another player who has had tied for the most top 10s this season so far. There's 4 players with 3 top 10s. He's one of them. I'm going with Jake Knapp at plus 3,600 as my long shot pick. So we're going with the Napster as our long shot. Let's go to our top 10, top 5, our top 5, top 10, and top 20. Top 5. I think Scotty Scheffler, if he doesn't win, is going to be near the top. It's minus 144 for him. I like Scotty as a top 5. And I'm going to go with riding the hot hand. This player's actually played well at Riviera Country Club. I am concerned. I'm not going to lie. I am concerned with the potential drop-off from Colin Morikawa after winning in Pebble Beach last week. But I think that he might be getting his game back. Colin Morikawa, top 5, plus 450. I like it. So our top 5 plays, Scotty, minus 144. Colin Morikawa, plus 450. Let's go to top 10. Xander Schauffele. He's starting to play well again as well. He played well last week at Pebble Beach. I like him in the top 10 play at plus 170. And I'm also going to go with Chris Gotterup at plus 235 to be in the top 10. So Xander Schauffele plus 170, Chris Gotterup plus 235. I like those top 10 plays. Top 20. Let's go with last year's champion, Ludwig Oberg, plus 118. I like that play for Ludwig. And then I'm going to go with Sepp Straka, who I think had the most birdies last weekend of anyone in the field. Sepp Straka plus 128. We know this guy can win, and we know he can win signature events. I know he won last year in the Philadelphia Cricket Club. He's won multiple times last year. I like it a lot. Sepp Straka plus 128. So there you have top 5, top 10, and top 20. Now let's go to our bonus plays. In terms of bonus plays, I'm going to continue to go with potential doubles, potential triples. I'm going to go with a triple here. Scotty, Rory, or Xander. If one of those 3 golfers win, that's plus 194. I'm going to take that triple play. Also, let's do a top 10 parlay. If Scotty Scheffler and Rory McIlroy are both in the top 10, it's plus 210. I like our chances there. And then let's also do a top 20 parlay. Scotty Scheffler, Xander Schauffele, and Tommy Fleetwood. If they all finish in the top 20, it's plus 270. I like that parlay as well. Winning margin, I'm going with 2 shots, which is plus 355. If it's your first time ever checking out this podcast, whether it's on YouTube or whether it's obviously on the audio side, when I think Scotty Scheffler has a legitimate shot to win and he's going to be near the top of the leaderboard, which is basically every time he plays, you can maximize your plays by doing some of these things like the triple play, like the top 20 plays. It's a way to maximize what you're already doing. I'm not suggesting parlaying any of this stuff together. The parlays I mentioned have to be parlayed together. But other than that, it's just a way to maximize your return if you think Scotty's going to win. He's playing good golf. If he can just get off to a better start, I think he has a legitimate shot at winning this signature event. It would be his second win of the season. And then it would, like I said, he's going to have some scheduled time off before they get into the Players Championship coming up in the month of March, and then eventually the Masters in early April. So there you have it. Those are the picks. Those are the plays for this week. Will we continue our streak? We'll find out. Make sure you check out tomorrow's podcast. I'm excited that Ryan Murray is a guy who's he's been gaining some steam on Instagram. He used to work just a regular business job, and he wants to be a caddy. He's trying to be a full-time Korn Ferry Tour caddy and then eventually work his way to the PGA Tour. He tells his story, why he's leaving the business world, why he's doing this now at this stage of his life. Fantastic interview, a fantastic time spent with him. Check it out tomorrow on the Two Man Scramble podcast, and I'll be back next week either way. So make sure you check out all of our shows. If you missed yesterday's Fairways and Dreams about are you an above average golfer, check it out. We finished this up. Be safe, be kind, and God bless. We'll see you tomorrow. Take it easy.